This is going to be a very controversial video because of its ongoing debate. But I still don't understand why some people are still debating on this. I think there are some reasons to that, and I'll get to that in another video, but in this one, we are going to watch a short clip that will confirm what we as Africans have known for ages. Now let's watch the video.
But the CT scan has one more surprise for Alejandro: Shemai's ethnicity.
Well, they have just told me that Shemai had Nubian features, which means that their ruling family was probably Nubian, and that was unexpected.
Examining Shemai's anatomy closely, the thickness of his bones and the shape of his nasal cavity, the anthropologists think he was a black African, likely from neighboring Nubia. A huge revelation that challenges the prevailing image of the Egyptian ruling class.
We always thought the ancient Egyptian elite were Mediterranean type, and in this sense, Shemai is representing the society of the frontier, in which different ethnic groups were mixed. At the end, it doesn't matter the color of your skin. Shemai was Egyptian.
The archaeologist in the video is Alejandro Jimenez Serrano. He and his team found a tomb on the western bank of the Nile, opposite Aswan. And as you might have heard, the mummy was called Shemaiah. So who was Shemaiah? Not much is known about him, but the little that we know is that he was an ancient Egyptian official who later became a vizier towards the end of the 8th dynasty during the first intermediate period. And his time in office is somehow interpreted as a sign of extreme weakness of the central power. And as you might know, ancient Egypt was in decline during the 2 intermediate periods in its history, and Mr. Jimenez Serrano just discovered that as far back as the 8th dynasty, the ruling class had Nubian features, and he finds this unexpected. That's really telling, don't you think? Before we continue, kindly leave a like and subscribe to this channel where we talk about African history and everything concerning Africa. Thank you. This discovery is obviously significant, and some of you might try to debunk this by saying that Africa never had a civilization and that we should stop our obsession with Egypt. But all you have to do is listen to Mr. Jimenez Serrano and the evidence he is pointing out. He is clearly an expert that is telling you the obvious truth, and even he himself was disappointed in his findings. As a point of clarification, Africans are not obsessed with ancient Egypt. We just want the rest of the world to acknowledge Africa's history and give credit where credit is due. There are hundreds of African kingdoms to be explored, and ancient Egypt is just one of Africa's great past. It's not a conspiracy, but they will rather credit our achievement to aliens or label it unknown rather than give the black man its due. And when we try to dig up Africa's history, they call us Afrocentrics. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.